Cooking is so weird. Cooking is like being creative to me. Whatever I'm feeling goes into my food, and it's really hard for me to follow recipes and stuff like that. Like I really just cook by intuition. It just makes it hard. Like if I'm not in a great place, it's hard to cook good food to make me want to eat. It's just a big cycle. Guys, I can't stop making soup. This one's like a southwesterny lentil. It just hit and I've just been doing it. And I'm so happy because I had lost my gumption for cooking. I just couldn't do it anymore. But now since it's just turned cold, like I'm back in. Back in. Isn't that right, lady? Are we back in, my baby? I love you. I made this yesterday and I'm just heating it up, but I wanted to show you all the things I put in here. So, a sweet potato. I chopped up a whole red and orange bell pepper, big onion slices. I tried to keep the garlics really big. They're really soft, so they're really tasty. And then I had a little bit of leftover zucchini, which you can no longer, there's a piece. The zucchini is just kind of disintegrated into the broth. And then lentils, and then otherwise I put in here just a dollop of like olive oil. Let's get in here. On a tiny can of this no salt added tomato sauce. Then I added a can no salt added diced tomatoes, and then just water and lentils. Other than that, I'm trying to remember the seasonings I put in there. Let's go take a look. What did I put in there? For some reason, looking in here helps me. I put paprika, cumin, and black pepper, and celery seed. I know I put some thyme in there. Some red pepper. It's not really helpful. Right, lady girl? Your eyes are glowing real cool. I think she has, like, glaucoma. And there we go. Looks delish. That's all the crackers I had, so, you know, half toast. Look at this. I have my scarf on. Like that. Loose around the neck. I'm doing it again. It is the season of soups. September, the season of soups. Say that with a lisp. They were really mean. The word lisp is so hard to say. I'm doing it again. I'm making more soup. I want to say that I did go to the family reunion yesterday and I was pretty wasted afterwards. And today is just a slow, gentle climb to recouping and getting everything clean and feeding myself, and that's what I've been doing, and it's been really nice. I'm thinking about having another cup of coffee, and it hasn't even been that far in the day. What time is it? And I'm making another soup. I'm into this crock pot, dude. You can see it right there, my crock pot. I'm kind of low on groceries, and so this is when I thrive. I love making soup when I'm like real low on groceries and finding cool things to eat, and all I have to do is put everything in the crock pot and leave it alone. I kind of forgot I had it, but it was summer and stuff. But anyway, I brought it to the family reunion and it was a huge hit. And that sounds really stupid and domestic, but we do potlucks in our family. It's like the social thing to, if you're an adult, to bring food. Also, I just can't eat a lot of stuff, and so I want to bring something that I can at least eat because I have all kinds of dietary issues. So this is the first year I brought something and it was a huge hit. Usually I'm not on my game or in a place where I could cook anything, or until now really haven't had like the confidence to be able to cook something and know that it's going to be good. Like I've been teaching myself to cook for the past like 4 or 5 years. I can't believe it's been that long. But anyway, I feel like I'm finally there where I can pretty much guarantee that most everything that I make is going to taste pretty good, you know, and so that's awesome. It's also awesome. This is the first year that I brought something and everyone ate it and everyone loved it. Usually I bring like stupid stuff, like one year I tried chips and salsa, one year I brought apples and peanut butter, and another year I brought, what else did I bring that was hilarious? But you see what I mean? It's just like, I get it, like, I'm not good at this. I brought spaghetti one year and I got laughed at. I was like, what? But that was when I didn't cook and I just used the jar in the box. I'm rambling. Anyway, I'm cooking again. I'm making soup again. And I'm gonna keep it real simple. I'm just gonna use sweet split peas, an onion, frozen green beans, and frozen broccoli in this one. And it's going to be a real simple soup, and then I'm just going to go crazy with the herbs and spices like I do. All right, here we go. I have all the ingredients in here. I let the green beans thaw, and I cut them up into like third kind of, so they weren't so large. And the broccoli's also thawed. And the green beans, I've discovered, no matter how I cook them, when you get frozen green beans, if you want them to be soft and delicious, you have to cook them for a really long time. And I have bay leaves in there. Here, I'll show you. I've been doing this lately, and it's so fun. I feel like it adds like an extra oomph. This is like helping me kind of like get the sense of each soup that I make. I'm taking the ingredients for the current soup that I'm making and putting them on the top shelf so that I can see them all together. And everything else is cluttered on the bottom. It's hard to remember what I put in them. So this is all the ingredients to this one so far. Bay leaf, basil leaf, thyme, celery seed, turmeric, and black pepper, and just a tiny bit of salt. And we forgot olive oil. I have a secret bottle back here of sunflower oil. Oh, should I use that? Is that why I'm thinking of this right now? Oh, guys, you're witnessing something right now. I'm going to burst this open out of inspiration. This is a special day. This is a special new turn of the leaf. This is a special new season in the life of everything. Oh, goodness. Can I open this? It is sunflower oil. Here we go. That's good. Look at that. Well, that's cool. This big sunflower dollop. It looks yellow. It's different than olive oil. All right, we're going to put this on, and we're going to turn it on high. And I got to go check on Lady. We'll see what this does. Here we go. It's 3.5 hours later. The light's really strange here. Let's see here. I found a bay leaf in there. Oop. That's really good. It turned out really good. Oh, is there another one? I put 7 pieces in. So I have to make sure I get 7 pieces out. So that soup was so good. Oh my God, I had like 1 billion of those little bowls of it. It's evening time, and that's chill baby time. That's my time. Oh, I forgot to tell you that the green beans were so good in that soup. They were like, I didn't expect them to be that good, but it was really delicious, in case you were wondering about the flavor combo. Also, a secret ingredient I've been trying in soups lately to kind of thicken the broth and help give it a more of a vegetable broth flavor, because I don't use chicken broth or like bought vegetable broth in any of my soups. Like in the middle of its boiling process, I'll take some grits and I'll just sprinkle some, maybe, I don't know, maybe like a tablespoon, between a teaspoon and a tablespoon. It just depends on what I think it needs. But I really love it. I really recommend trying it as like a soup thickener and to help get more of a vegetable brothy flavor in your soups. Like I said, don't make it grits, but grits themselves like kind of gel a little bit. And so it is really nice when you're trying to get away from like a watery soup. There you go. This is the area that I want to pull and play with. So it's up kind of like this. It like satisfies it a little bit because there's just a little bit of tension. This hair is working and I'm about to go to bed and I'm working my hair. Hello, we're in my kitchen and we're finally getting started on something that's not in my head, and it's physical. It's physical. Yeah, I got dressed and I'm standing here and I got my mess kind of cleaned up and my dog is wiping her face on the carpet. What are we gonna do? We're making soup. We're gonna make more soup. And it's getting down to the bare minimum. It's getting down, guys. I haven't given up. I still haven't gotten groceries. And there's some the kind of thrill I get. I don't know why. I just get a little high from just making something out of nothing. This is what we're gonna do today. Are you ready? Okay, so all we have are these two ingredients. We're gonna put some oil in it, maybe that sunflower oil that I used in another soup. But we have one sweet potato. I was saving it for the very last purpose. I knew it was gonna be my last go. I think it's like a superfood, I don't know. We just have that and these black-eyed peas, which I've never made before, but I've been waiting to make this. Calcium, iron, potassium, 12 grams of protein, 5 grams of fiber. And do I have any garlic? I do. We're going to use the rest of this garlic. Put that in there. And then the rest is going to be some kind of version of herbs and spices. This is my magic field in here. It's protected. It's in this magical cupboard. I was obsessed with Indian in the Cupboard when I was younger. I used to read it alone in my room and love how I just got so like eerily tickled by it. Anyway, I'm going to try to take you guys along with me and show you what it's like when I'm in the flow and feeling which herbs and spices I should use. And it is a flow. The more I get in touch with my own intuition and daring to just follow my intuition at all times and seeing where it takes me, things like this just work out and they seem to thrive. And I hope I can get this on camera. I've kind of thought about it and I think it's a go. And there we go. I'm surprised that's a little more quantity of vegetable that I thought we would have for the soup. Okay, so it's like 5 o'clock the next day. My vegetables are still here. They're still here waiting for me. And I happened last night to find a can of diced peeled tomatoes. This is really just to help add to the broth. There's not like big tomato sauce in here. It's just water and diced tomatoes. ASMR. Okay, so my pot is clean and ready to go. I just rinsed these. It has kind of a interesting smell. I don't think they're expired. Dump that into there. We are, I usually put my vegetables on the bottom, but oh well, right? There, you saw it, guys. You saw it go in there. It's so important for the video. All right, and then we're just gonna pour this can of tomatoes. This is the oil I'm using. This is kind of a special thing that I had been waiting to open. It was kind of a special present. But usually I just use cheap olive oil in everything, so you can use that. I just happen to have this and decided that this was a good enough season to break it open. Soup season. Anyway, okay. Let me look at this. Okay, I need to stir this. I gotta connect with this food here and see. All right, we got sweet potatoes, garlic, black-eyed peas. All right, we're gonna need more. I just eyeball things, guys. So we're gonna start with this oil. Just gonna do a little dollop. Looks good for now. Okay. Here we go for the magic. I'm really feeling bay leaf. I think I have one. Yeah, we're just gonna use this one. Okay. And thyme is coming to me. Thyme is just coming to me. Thyme is coming. That's gonna be more things on multiple levels. So we're just gonna go with that. We're gonna go with cumin a little bit, and celery seed is, to me, people say that basil is the soup flavor. I have it in here somewhere, but celery seed to me is the ultimate soup flavor. You want that flavor that makes it smell like good soup. You should really invest in celery seeds. So we're gonna add, and I think the little seeds disintegrate. I never really see them or notice them in the soup afterwards. Always smell, especially if you're just starting to use spices, smell your food and smell the spice. And if it's not congruent, then smell the food, smell a different spice. And then it allows you to kind of form your own relationship and own feelings with each of the herbs. It sounds really funny, but I think of it, when I think of what herbs I need, I think of it as a feeling, like, oh, it needs a little depth, it needs a little this kind of thing that makes you feel like this. I don't know. Because flavors make your body feel different. And then we're going to put some cumin. Not a whole lot. That was kind of a lot, but I think it was good. Cumin can be very powerful in flavor. I don't know if anyone else has heard this, but when I was in Jordan, my host mother, she told me that you put cumin in with the beans because it takes away the gas. And because I ate a lot of beans over there and I had no issues, and it was made fresh, and she would like soak her beans and stuff, so all that matters too. But I took that back with me, and it really has, I think it's proven true. Rinsing your beans really well, regardless of whether they're pre-cooked or not, just clean that outer layer off. I'll put a little pepper. Do I want to put paprika in here? I keep thinking about paprika. I'm thinking about it. I should put it. Just add it a little. That smells so tasty. This is exciting. Once the soup starts looking pretty cooked, but usually it's not quite done, then I'll taste a little bit of it. And if I've done really well listening to my intuition, I won't have to add anything, and that has started to happen. But what my routine was for a long time was to add the same ratio of the same ingredients, just a little boost usually. But I've been a lot more fearless lately and just putting in more at the beginning and trusting. I made a mistake when I first started cooking soups, or just cooking in general, of realizing that once you put something in, too much of something in, it's hard to take it out. And then I like went back too far, and it was like hard for me to put things in, so I was barely getting enough flavor. And it's just like, as everyone has their own journey, you know, it's just finding your balance and finding the medium. Fun puns. All right, so now we're gonna do a thing where I put all of the ones I used at the top. I have my towels and stuff. I like to choose the color or the feeling. My favorite towel at the time, or whatever. This red and green one. This is what I'm feeling. That it'll like bubble around the sides. Place it over the top loosely like that. So that's it. And it's on high. I like to stir it periodically just because I get curious. I don't know how often I do it, maybe every 30 minutes, I don't know. But if not, I'll see you guys in like an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe. So I've added water a couple times and stirred it a couple times. I don't know how long it's been, a couple hours. They're really not done. Guys, it's wonderful. It's so good. I've had so many little bowls. I was afraid. I wasn't afraid. The skins were coming off the black-eyed peas, and I was worried about that at first because I don't like it when chickpea skins come off and they stay in the food. But these skins seem to disintegrate. So good. Look at that one. It's nice. Hello, it is really late and I am recording this video, obviously. But I'm about to release it, and I have a note on that last soup. Now, I really fought to include that in the video, and as you can tell, during the process of the last soup, I suddenly came up the next day and was just kind of in a different mood. That soup, when you were seeing me eat it, was delicious. It was really good, and I ate so much of it. And then I let it sit for a long time, late into the night, more than a few hours. I just got lazy and I didn't put it in a different container and put it in the fridge, or just put the whole crock pot in the fridge, which I don't like to do, but I have done before. Now, after like 6 hours, like before I went to bed, I went and I tasted it again, and something was different about it, and it had like turned. Now, if you remember correctly, when I had rinsed the beans, I said they smelled interesting. I think they were right on the brink of spoiling, which is kind of a replication of what I was when I was making this, was right on the brink of just like losing it. just having no personality, no joy left, no gumption, no motivation, whatever. It was just in a different place. I forget what had even happened, but if you go back and watch my September vlog, I was in a bunch of different places. September was crazy. Anyway, something or rather happened, and I wasn't going to let it stop me from making this video. If you've rinsed uncooked beans, sit out in water overnight, like soak overnight, and soak for a really long time, and they will start to sprout, like they will, like continue, the growing process will kick in. Now what I think happened is I got in there and I cooked it good, and I stopped the process right before it turned, and then like I didn't preserve it well. I didn't put it in the fridge, and then as it just sat there slowly, like in its lukewarmness, just growing and soaking and sprouting. That's what the hint was when I smelled the beans in the first place, when they were drier, before I cooked them. I should have known. And that soup did not want to be made, man. Like, I've tried so hard to get that soup in this video. But anyway, it's like I really would love to go back and make it with a real fresh bag. Not all the soups were successes, but it was still a demonstration to me of the differences in my mood and how they turned out. And at least I did get a few hours there where the soup was fresh, and it did taste amazing. So anyway, this has been really, really fun. And if you came for the soup part, man, I am always posting videos about bachelorette, thrifty food making. If you're here for the witchy part, my channel is basically the hermit cards, so that's really fun. Explore and enjoy yourself. Please choose a thumb and share your voice. Stick around, and everyone have just a great October. Bye.